All right, yeah, this one was beautiful. This is a beautiful sketch, and this was one that I did in class in Photoshop, but I did it with a mouse. But let's very quickly try to do it in this member-only podcast. So let's dive into it right off the bat. And this one I'll keep simple. Now, what's going on in this image? It's of this girl. She's reading a book underwater. And this is like this little mini underwater scene. I think it's kind of cool. You can see Michelle's three-value study up top, and I thought it was getting a little muddy, but she did it, and she did it perfectly. She followed the instructions perfect. So let's dive on in now and add the value. So I'm going to have a U shape, like the letter U. So it's going to start at the top. We're going to come on down the bottom of the little creek bed or ocean bed. It looks like a little foot-high creek is going to be dark, and these little flowy things are going to be a value too. And let's bring them on up to this building so we can pop that jellyfish. I'm going to cheat, and I'm just going to go with a couple more layers. Okay, so this is how you want to think. That's my compositional shape. My compositional shape is the letter U. Okay, and it's on the edge. Very symmetrical composition. So now what I want to, where do you want me to look first? I want you to look at this girl first. So what I'm going to, and you can, what color hair she has, is it blonde, is it brown, all those things matter. But for this tutorial, I'm going to make her hair brown or a dark value. So it could be black, could be auburn, it could be whatever. And so I'm going to go darker with it, and I'm going to give her a middle tone shirt. And she's reading a book, but I'm just going to, I would give her jeans or pants. Okay, and then the center of what she is on, this little piece of coral, I believe Michelle said it was, is going to be a value, but I'm going to make it darker. I'm just trying to build this up slow and not rush it so much like I did the last one. So very symmetrical right in the center. When I taught composition, I talked about symmetrical. And you can see there's a grid on all these, and I just wanted the students to put the grid there so when they work on their final, it'll be in proportion. Their sketch will totally be in proportion to their big piece. Okay, so now let's pop it, and we would do a gradation. Let's cancel that. Let's just... So hold on. Let me just kind of lessen all these things. Let's get a bigger brush. So I'm going to lighten all around the girl. Okay, and let's lighten over here on this side, so we're going to make her really pop out. So there's going to be a gradation in the water, and let's make sure we get these negative spaces. Let's go one more time right around her. So right away, our value contrast is going to be at the girl's hair. Okay, and our sharp edge, even though hair is soft, our sharp edge is going to be at her hair and at her shirt, shoulder area. That's where I'd make the edges really hard. Okay, bear with me a little bit longer. I just really want to make this work for you guys. So this tails of the jellyfish, and then the top of the water, I'm going to go dark with the top of the water, I think. Yeah, let's switch it up. Let's go dark with the top of the water. I should be done shortly. So this would kind of be our top plane, and we can play with this, and we can actually do a gradation coming down. So we can do so much up here in the sky. It depends on how far you want to take this. I mean, if I had all the time in the world, I'd really pop it. So now what I would do is just go back. Let's choose the lighten once again. And let's just tweak some little details over here. Let's just put some highlights. I think I'm just going to up the opacity right around her. Now we got to feather it off. We don't want it to be so obvious that we're trying to make her pop out and everything else is just going to be. So I'd put like little highlights on all this stuff. The trails of the jellyfish, I'd kind of have them going across. So you have layers of things like in front, like I'd pop, this is a book, so I'd make the book, if that's really important to the story, maybe make her skin tone a little bit lighter, depending on what she is. And so let's just kind of pop this. Yeah, so it's getting a little, I just got to clean up the shape of her face versus the shape of her hair. And let's just pop, and so at the top of the water, we can have that pop as well. And, you know, we can go with a little cloud cover. Yeah, this is how you can have a lot of fun and get lost in an image. So Michelle, I look forward, if you even get a chance to watch this, I might put it on YouTube, part of it. If you decide to watch this is how I would handle this sketch. Okay, let's just kind of make her face glow a little bit more. And so now you look right at her face. Now it's incorrect because you know, you can also, let's just do one last thing here. You could also have rays of light. Let's do a couple of rays of light coming on down. Oops, didn't want to do the guide, so you just, another option. Okay, so that's how I would treat these images. This is the process that you guys want to go through when you're working on your images at home. Don't just dive in and someone hires you to do a job. You want to provide them with some of these 3-value studies, and you want to make all of your mistakes on these studies, not on your final images. The more mistakes that you can make on these final images, the less heartache you're going to have and the less changes you're going to have when it comes to you working on your final piece. All right, I hope you enjoyed this member-only podcast. If you're seeing part of this member-only podcast on YouTube, each and every week I provide the members of DrawingTutorialsOnline.com a podcast, and the podcast is a number of things. It could be, you know, me critiquing images in the critique gallery. Some of the podcasts that you get delivered into your email inbox each week teach you how to use the site. You know, there's a lot to the member-only podcast, and the beautiful thing about it is you can watch them on the go. So if you commute, or, you know, you're standing in line, or you just can't always be in front of the computer, it's a good thing to watch on your iPod. So I appreciate you watching this, and I'll talk to you soon.